All right, welcome to 13 Not Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And it's directed by Quentin Tarantino. This is not my usual genre. I usually do horror, but it's Tarantino, so we're fucking doing it, damn it. The film is about a faded television actor and his stunt double strive to achieve fame and success in the film industry during the final years of Hollywood's golden age in 1969, Los Angeles. Anyway, and this movie is said to be Quentin Tarantino's love letter to the golden age of Hollywood. And I gotta say, like, the cinematography, the camera work. Quentin Tarantino, you're showing out now. Stop it. No, don't stop it. Keep doing it. I love it. Some of the shots were so amazing, and the long shots, long drawn out shots that he's known for. That is one of my favorite things that he does. This movie has got one of the biggest star-studded cast I've ever seen in my life. I went to the movie theater last night to watch this, but you're looking at Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Timothy Al Pacino, Harley Quinn Smith. Wow, I didn't know she was in that. That's cool. Kurt Russell, Luke Perry, Dakota Fanning. I mean, the list just keeps going on, and I think Danielle Harris even makes an appearance. I don't think she has any lines. I think she's just one of the people in the background, but it's still cool that she made it into the film. Congratulations, Danielle Harris, for getting in there. The budget on this film is $95 million. And this is definitely the biggest budgeted film I've ever reviewed. But the film itself, I mean, the music was amazing. This film takes you on a ride, a roller coaster ride of, like, I went from being in the 60s to like a Western to like, and I've said it over and over again how much I love films that are about making films. Instantly, like Ed Wood. The film Ed Wood with Johnny Depp is one of my favorite films of all time because it's about making movies in Hollywood. So this film definitely has a place at the top of Tarantino's list for me. Now, is it better than Pulp Fiction? I'm going to have to watch it again to see if I like it better than Pulp Fiction. But this film, I laughed. I've never been to a movie theater in my life to where I was just in awe of the acting and seeing this greatness on film from all these wonderful and talented actors, the best in the business, maybe one of the best directors in the business, and everything was just so awesome watching it. I felt like a kid in the movie theater for the first time ever being to a movie theater and when I was watching this film. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes long. I felt like an hour and a half, if that. Like, I wanted it to keep going. So, and me, I love the spaghetti westerns. I love westerns, and the scene, you see it I'm not spoiling anything, but you see it in the previews, where he cocks the gun and he's Rick fucking Dalton. And I'm just like, man, this is so fucking awesome, watching this and seeing what the actors go through and showing that, when they're getting ready to go on and showing what they go through, and then showing the actual scenes. And Timothy O'Fallon's character, I loved him. Oliphant? Is it Oliphant? I don't know. but his character fit him to a T because it's justified, and I love that show. So seeing him in that role was fucking awesome in this film. Brad Pitt's character stole the show for me. Loved him. I think the one thing that you could say about this film that I did not carry over from, I guess, I mean, you don't have it's not the best dialogue in a film, I guess, of Quentin Tarantino's, but it was just so epic. The visuals and the storyline. People had complaints about not seeing Charles Manson enough, and I'm not like, fuck Manson, fuck him. I mean, hell, it did not hurt me at all not seeing Manson in this film that much. I mean, yes, advertised, but I'm not like a serial killer aficionado. I'm not like obsessed with serial killers and stuff. So I really don't give a fuck about Manson. The ending was the most epic motherfucker. It was, I loved it so much. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody because y'all need to see this film. Like I said, I mean, if you just watch the acting and watch the cinematography and the shots that were made and the storyline you got the foot fetishes. The foot fetish is there throughout the film. You got a bunch of dirty hippies and barefooted. So Quentin Tarantino was able to throw the foot fetish out there a lot. I mean, a fucking lot. So it's very, very, very obvious in this one that he has a foot fetish, which is just fine. That's his thing. I'm not hating on him. But definitely go see this man. Like I said, Brad Pitt was like, man, Leonardo DiCaprio's character too, the acting, from where he goes from being himself, which he's a struggling actor. He's gone from being one of the stars of a hit TV series to doing pilots and being the bad guy, and he's getting pushed out. Al Pacino was his manager, I believe, and he plays what's that? Edward Schwartz or something like that. Schwartz. I think he corrects. I said it the way I think Leonardo DiCaprio does in the film. Kurt Russell's character was he manages stuntmen, so there's a little death proof there, a little, because Kurt Russell plays stuntman Mike. And we got now this is also a fuck you to hippies in this film from Quentin Tarantino as well, which was I have to say I liked it a lot. So y'all get ready for that if you love hippies and stuff. I mean, and I don't really think it's a fuck you to hippies. It's fuck you to Manson and fuck you to those hippies. So, I mean, it was a wild ride. It was like I said, man, I've never been in a theater and just been like, this is my first Tarantino movie in a theater, by the way. Never seen a Tarantino film in a theater, so this was my first one. And, $95 million budget. I mean, you should say, like, well, fuck, everything should be perfect. No, I mean, it was. I mean, the dialogue might have been the best of all his films, but to me, just what this is about and the story hit me. It's seeing all the theaters from the sets and the theaters up in the 60s and stuff and the billboards and everything. And they did such a good job with the spaghetti western like posters with starring Rick Dalton, Leonardo DiCaprio. It looked like the spaghetti westerns and stuff. So it was just exciting for me, and I was like giddy watching this in the theater. I was just like eating my popcorn, like just big eyes and just like excited when it was going on. I had no idea what to expect coming in. I wanted to. I was like, man, I feel like I'm gonna hate this film. I don't know. When I was going in, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out, and I think he ended it the best way he could to not like. It's a touchy subject. Some of this stuff. So I thought he did a very good job with it. This is not it's based on true events, but it's not really, doesn't follow exactly the true events the way they happened. Let's put it that way. And I loved it for it. I think doing stuff the way he did was I wouldn't call it PC. I would just call it respect, out of respect, So, I mean, that's what I think. That's the way I took it. You got to watch through the previews, too, through the credits. It's some funny stuff in this film, man. I love, like I said, I loved it. I want to go back and see it. I might go back next weekend and see it again. I've only seen one other movie in the theater twice, and that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was young, though. So, of course, I liked that film. I've never went to the movies twice to see a movie before in my life. This might be my first one since then. And I'll more than happily go again. Y'all need to go watch this, and you need to go watch it in the theater to get the full effect of this, because I felt like I was back there and in the 60s. And I didn't live in the 60s. I don't know what the 60s were about. I don't know if this was the way the 60s looked, but it was awesome. So go check this shit out, man. This is like up there in the top 2 Tarantino films for me. And that's basically because I love films that are about films, making films. Like I said, Ed Wood's in my top 10 of all time. This one probably, I'm gonna watch it again, but this made a top Pulp Fiction for me. I ain't lying. That's how good it was, and the ending was so fucking badass that you definitely need to check it out. Sorry if I stumbled a little bit in this review. I have done no notes. I'm just going off what's coming to my head. So go check this film out. I probably could have done a better job for y'all if I would have took time to write some notes and stuff, but it is what it is. This is an honest review. This is coming from my dome. I didn't even prepare for this at all. This is one take. But go check it out. I want y'all to see this movie in theaters. There was one scene I wanted to go over, I think, where him and Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are watching the film. And it was cool because I think this was a trick that I've seen in old movies, where they're watching the television and they're watching Rick Dalton playing the character, and the TV, the whole fucking screen at the theater turns into their TV. And it's showing the movie that they're watching, or TV show, and they're like narrating it in the background, so like you can hear them talking about the movie while it's going on. So that was a cool little scene. Brad Pitt plays Cliff Booth, which is the stunt double. Margaret Robbie, of course, plays Sharon Tate. Her character, you don't get to see a lot of. There's been complaints about her dialogue. I think her character was what it was. I mean, that whole all that stuff. I like now. Getting into. I'm gonna stay away from the political stuff about like the Roman Polanski and all that stuff. I don't know if they actually put him in the film. Now, I'm going to stay off all that. That's for another time. We're just doing the review on this film. But Sharon Tate's character, Sharon Tate, which is played by Margaret Robbie, she didn't have a lot of lines, and I heard a lot of people complaining about that. It's what the movie called for. So, that's is what it is. I thought she did an amazing job. She's an amazing actress. I haven't heard her complain. I mean, just, people complain about it, but, you know, she ain't complaining. I don't know what you got to complain about. So, go check it out. Go check it out twice. Go check it out 3 times. I might. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Y'all come back and hang with me again sometime.